Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris Nicole and today I'm going to be doing this beautiful glowy bronzy makeup look using the Tartiest Pro Palette that just came out. So if you want to see how I get this look, keep on watching. Alright, I'm going to start this look with what I usually start all my looks with, a really good primer and a really good primer water. I'm going to go ahead and just shake this baby up and give it a good spritz. And with the face primer, what I really like to do is just kind of put it right here in the T-zones of my face. And I just like to kind of pat it in just to fill the holes. Well, just to fill the pores really basically. Next, I'm going to go with my damp beauty blender. What I like to do is I like to get it just a little bit wet, and then I will grab a Kleenex and just kind of scrunch it a little bit just to dry it off some. So it's not too damp. You don't want it to be too wet. Alright, the foundation I'm going to be using today is L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the color W6 Sun Beige. So I'm just going to kind of just pop that on top of my beauty blender and then just blend out the top of my forehead and all around my face. And you just beat that bitch in as much as you can. I really like to do my face in sections so that I make sure that I get every single corner of my face instead of just kind of bouncing around and blending the product in. I really like to concentrate on sections of my face to make sure that I get the coverage that I really want. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Now this baby is super duper pigmented, and I feel like if you overdo it, it can kind of be a little bit tacky, and it's not gonna give you the light shade of prime that you want. It's going to be like this cakey layer of really opaque product. So I really like to build up the product depending on the look, but right now this is going to actually be the perfect amount. So I like to blend it up into this area here where I have my where I have the concealer that I've used to cut my eyebrows with basically. I like to make sure I get into this middle area here, but for some reason or another, it's always very dark. Alright, now I'm going to take my Mercier setting powder and a little fluffy blending brush. This is actually a Morphe M438. I love this baby. It is perfect for setting the eyes, setting underneath the concealer, just setting down the tip of your nose. It's so delicate and it's so precise that it just kind of gets into all the areas that you need it to. So this is perfect for a setting powder brush. So I'm just going to take just the tiniest bit. Woo! That was not a tiny bit. I'm going to take such a tiny bit on the tip of my brush. I'm going to tap it off, and I'm like literally just going to tap it onto my eye. Same thing again, just a little bit on the brush. Tap it off so that it just, is a little bit, tiny bit of product. And I'm just going to tap it onto the eye. Alright, so now that the eyes are primed, we're going to move on. Okay, for the eye look today, I'm actually going to be using the Tartiest Pro Palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's not what I expected it to be. I've never tried a Tarte eyeshadow, especially the Amazonian clay, but it is absolutely gorgeous, super pigmented, but you have to know that it's clay, so it's not the same consistency that you're used to with a really creamy, just beautifully smooth, buttery eyeshadow. I feel like it actually is clay. Like you can tell that it's actually clay. So that's something that's a little bit different for me. For my transition color, I'm going to go into this color right here. It is called Bold, and I'm just going to kind of blend out and blow out the top portion of my crease. I'm going to be doing this with a Morphe M200 brush. I really love this brush. I mean, look at this color. It is like, wow. Like, it all of a sudden is just a super duper pigmented and absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. For the next color I'm going to be using Whimsy, which is this color here, and I'm going to be doing that more tight line towards the inner part of my crease. Okay, next I'm going to be going in with one of their duochrome shadows. This is Ethereal, an absolutely beautiful bronzy coppery color, and I'm going to be applying that with my finger all over my lid. Next I'm going to go in with the color Smoked, and I'm going to smoke out the outer V of my eye. I'm going to be taking my MAC 213 brush, and it's a very tiny little blending brush. It's really good for detail and just kind of get into the V, the inner corner V and the outer V, especially if you're doing like a halo look. This baby's perfect for that. You just kind of get in there. But for tonight, I'm going to be using this for my outer V. Next, I'm going to go in with these Neutrogena cleansing towelettes, and I'm just going to get rid of all of the fallout underneath my eyes, and it's really going to help me to clean up the shape that I want the eye to be. So I'm just going to grab my little cute Stila mirror, and I'm just going to get right underneath. I don't really want to erase a ton of everything, so just underneath here, and just enough to give it a good cut right there at the end. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of this Stila color correcting palette, and I'm just going to correct the color underneath my eyes. I have a little bit of red pigment on my cheeks that come from burst capillaries, so I'm just going to cover that up. And then I have a couple of beauty marks that I kind of like to lighten up as well, so I'm going to do that with this color correcting palette here. So I'm just going to dip into this little peach color, and I'm just going to dip into it with my finger and apply underneath my eye and just blend it with my finger. I'm going to use this green color here, and it cancels out all of the red pigmentation in your skin. So if you have a little bit of flushness on your cheeks and you just want your skin to be one complete color, you just kind of, you know, tap this on where you tend to have more red. And for me, that's right here on my little rosy cheeks. So now I'm going to go into this little beige yellow color, and I'm just going to tap this right here where I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation. For concealer, I'm going to go back into my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Medium, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eye and blend it out with my my beauty blender. I absolutely love this shade. It is so beautiful. It's not too bright. I'm going to go back into my damp beauty blender and just blend this out. I'm going to be careful to follow the line that I've created when I wiped off the excess fallout. So just blending right underneath that. Next, what I like to do is, now that I've concealed the under portion of my eye, is I like to hit this area here with just a little bit more of a brighter pigment. So I'm going to go with this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and as you can see, this baby is well loved and the labels have basically come off. But this is actually a color neutral medium, so I'm just going to apply that here to like the apples of my cheeks just below the under eye area. So I'll take it down the bridge of my nose, and I'll take it up into my forehead area and all the good places that I want to highlight. Again, with my Morphe M438 brush, I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit of the Mercier powder and just dump it in and dust off as much as I possibly can. And before I actually lay down the product, I like to really just take a quick peek and then reblend if necessary, because as soon as you set down this product, it's going to lay in your creases. So if you have a little bit of creasing beforehand, make sure you just blend it all out and then lay down the product. So that immediately mattifies the area. As you can see, obviously I'm pretty shiny. This is a pretty dewy look so far, but as soon as you lay down this Laura Mercier setting powder, it mattifies the look. So in all the places that I tend to get really shiny, because I'm a pretty shiny girl, I just kind of lightly dust it. For my contour today, I'm going to start off with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Classic Contour Kit. I know it looks pretty beat down. I absolutely love this thing. As you can tell, it is well loved and well used. Don't judge me. So yeah, creating a shadow underneath your chin is a great way to kind of sharpen the lines of your face to create a thinner look. Alright, so for the perimeters of my face, I like to start right here at my temples and just blend that into my hairline. I want that smaller face, smaller cheeks, smaller forehead, chiseled face. This is what I'm talking about. So yeah. Alright, now I'm going to take the Havana and I'm just going to lightly run it across the perimeter of my right cheek and then my left. And this is literally what I do just for the outside of my face. Just kind of get in there with my darkest color first and create the shape of my face that I'm gonna go for. Now I'm gonna go in with this little cute Hoola bronzer. This is a mini one that I got at Ulta for Christmas. I think it was only like $15. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that product and I'm gonna start chiseling out the sides of my cheekbones. I'm actually going to do like a really sucked in look if I can achieve that. So I'm just going to contour the side of the face and bring that line out. So because I've already contoured the perimeter of my face, it's just kind of blending with the contour that I'm creating now. Next for blush, I'm going to go in with this Tarte 12-Hour Amazonian Clay in the color Party. Okay, so I actually got this from Sephora, I think, as a birthday gift. So this is a really cute little sample size. It's actually quite big. So it's super duper cute, and I'm going in with a crown brush, and this is a dual fiber brush. I got this brush actually in my Ipsy Glam bag, and although it's a dual fiber brush, you can use this for foundation. I tend to like to use it for blush because the application is really light. I like to go in with something that's more soft and something that puts less product down so I can build up the pigmentation as opposed to using a more dense face brush or a blush brush. I tend to favor this more. For highlighter, I'm going to be going in with Becca Opal and then just taking a fan brush and fanning this onto the high points of my face that I want to highlight. This is a Morphe M310 brush. I'm going to tap off the excess because I am going to glow, but I just don't want to be glowing to the gods. And I'm going to lay down this product here on the high points of my face. Unfortunately, my microphone went out, so you'll see me doing a voiceover here, but I'm just applying my Duo Eyelash Glue, and this is actually the one that you can paint on the band, which is awesome. Totally love this. So I'm just putting this on my eyelashes and I'm going to apply it with my tweezers. It is my most favorite way to apply my eyelashes. It's the easiest. Once you have it down, you will love it. The lashes I'm going to be wearing for this look are Demi Whispies by Miss Adoro. They are 100% human hair and they are super flirty and cute. So here you see me just applying them really carefully, trying to be very, very precise with the tweezers and just really taking my time and making sure the placement is good. And finally, to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the color Cool Girl. Alright guys, that completes this makeup look. For a full list of all the products that I use, go to my description box below. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought and what you want to see next. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.